Hello everybody. Now in this video, I'm just going to share with you when do you need Form I-134 or the Declaration for Financial Support, who fills out the form, how to fill out the form, and what are the documents that you need to attach together with the form on your interview day. So don't skip this video. Subscribe now if you haven't subscribed yet. Click the notification bell button to get notified on my uploads and updates about K1 visa and the green card. So hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jade and I am originally from the Philippines, but I live now in Florida. And just like you, I am a K1 fiance visa filer myself, a DIY, so I know exactly what you feel right now. I know what you're going through, the struggles. I've been there, done that. So that's why I share my personal experience, my knowledge about the K1 visa processes, updates right now of what's going on, especially this 2026. And if you visit my channel, you go to playlist, you'll see an album title there, K1 Fiance Visa. My videos might help you. And then another video or another playlist title, Adjustment of Status, for those that are in the US or just about to come to the US and apply for their AOS. What are the things that you need to do when you arrive in the US as a K1 fiance visa? Just a disclaimer, I am not affiliated with any government agency nor working with or as an immigration attorney. I am not a professional or a legal expert. I'm only sharing based on my personal experience, my research, and my knowledge as a DIY filer of K1 Fiance Visa down to my green card, and soon I will be applying for my removal of conditions. So please always check the official website of the US Visa. That's uscis.gov, and the other one is travel.state.gov. So those are the official website of the US Visa, and that's where I always rely my information, news, and updates about the immigration, the visa processes, especially the K1 visa and the green card. So Form I-134 is required now by USCIS and the embassy from the applicant on the interview day to determine whether the applicant or the beneficiary of a request has sufficient financial resources or financial support to pay for the expenses during the stay. Now, the petitioner who signs this form must establish that he or she has both sufficient financial resources and access to these funds to support the beneficiary listed in these form during their or his or her stay. Now, take note, beneficiaries are not obligated to repay, reimburse, or otherwise compensate their supporter in exchange for filing the Form I-134 on their behalf or for providing financial support while they are in the US. So take note, petitioners. So lately, a lot of applicants right now during the interview are required to bring the Form I-134 or the Declaration for Financial Support. And most of the applicants that are required to bring with this are those with petitioners that just recently lose their job or recently started a new job. And some are petitioners who are retired already. So if your petitioners are those that I've mentioned, you might probably need to secure Form I-134 so you don't get rescheduled on your interview day or get refused under 221G. So petitioners will fill out Form I-134, and you can just have it scanned and email it to your fiance so they can bring it with them on their interview day at the embassy. Now, make sure that you sign the form. You can't just type in your name as your signature. You must properly sign it, because USCIS will not accept stamped or typewritten name in place of any signature on this declaration. So USCIS will consider a scanned or a photocopy or faxed of the original handwritten signature as valid for filing purposes. The photocopy, the fax, or the scanned must be original document containing the handwritten signature using a black ink. So you don't need the original, you don't need to mail the form I-134, you just need to sign it using a black ink, and then scanned it, photocopy or faxed it, send it to your, or email it to your fiancés, have them print it out, and then take it with them on their interview day at the embassy. Now please don't skip any part of this video, as I will explain some of the specific questions there on how to answer it, so at least you have an idea on what to do and how to answer, what are the things that you need to include and consider when you fill out the form. So let's fill out form I-134. So this is form I-134, or the Declaration of Financial Support from the USCIS. Now this form has actually 10 pages, and you can see the page numbers at the bottom right of the form, each and every form. And then when you're going to print out this form, you have to make sure that you're going to print out the entire form correctly. The top and the bottom should be visible, especially the form name and the expiration at the top right. And when you scroll down in the very bottom, you'll see the form I-134, the edition date of the form, that's very important. And then the barcode should be visible when you print out, and the page numbers as well. There should not be missing pages on this form. Now let's fill out form I-134. Now make sure that you type or print in black ink. Now for part 1, basis for filing. Question number 1, I am filing this form on behalf of, if you are the petitioner of a K1 fiancé visa, you click the second box, as you are the individual filing on behalf of your beneficiary who is applying for an immigrant benefit. So click the box number 2. Now for part number 2, information about the individual agreeing to financially support the beneficiary, all filers must complete part number 2. Now question number 1, current legal name, and please do not provide a nickname. So you need to indicate here your full name, last name, first name, and your middle name if applicable. Now, for question number 2, other names used, provide all other names you have ever used, including aliases, maiden name, and nicknames. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in part number 8, additional information. Now, we put NA here because my fiancé do not have any other name aside from his legal name. So, do not leave a question or a box blank. If the question does not apply to you, put NA. So let's go to question number 3, the current mailing address. Now you the petitioner, you can put your name here in care of name, and then the street number, apartment, floor number, city or town, state, zip code, province, postal code, and the country. You need to provide these information because this is very important. Now for question number 4, is your current mailing address the same as your current physical address? We answered yes because it is. But if you answer no to item number 4, provide your current physical address in item number 5. So this is item number 5. And since I can't edit it on the computer, you have to make sure that when you print out the form, you put NA on this part if you answered yes to question number 4. Now for question number 6, date of birth, you need to make sure that the format is month, day, year. Question number 7, place of birth, please provide the correct place of birth. Now for question number 8, alien registration number. So if you are born and raised in the US, you don't have an alien number. But if you are naturalized citizen of the US, then please provide your alien registration number. So for question number 9, your USCIS online account number, if any. We put NA here because we don't have it. No, you will only have a USCIS online account number, or OAN, if you previously filed a form that has a receipt number that begins with IOE. Now for question number 10, what is your current immigration status? We answered, or my fiance answered, US citizen because he is born and raised in the US. Now for more information about this, especially for those that are not born and raised here, that they obtain their citizenship through naturalization, please check Form I-134 Instructions for Declaration for Affidavit of Support, page number 4, question or part or item number 11, the immigration status. Please check that one, please read that one, and then you may select the appropriate box for your current immigration status. Now let's move on to question number 11. What is your relationship to the beneficiary? Our answer is fiance. Question number 12, employment status. So again, this is about the petitioner. We answered employed, and just please indicate your what is your position, and if it's a full-time or part-time. Since I can't edit it in the computer, we had to write it down after we printed it out. Now let's move on to the next page. Still part 2, information about the individual agreeing to financially support the beneficiary. Continue. And then for financial information. Now for this next questions 13, 14, and 15, provide information about your dependents, income, and assets. If you need additional space to complete any item in this section, use the space provided in part 8. Now for question number 13, how many other Form I-134, Form I-134A, Form I-864, Form I-864EZ, and Form I-864A have you previously submitted on behalf of a person, including yourself, if applicable, and your support obligation has not ended? Do not include the beneficiary name in part 3. So we answered none on this one, since my husband or my fiance is not supporting anyone else except himself. So for this specific question, you need to provide information about other individuals who are dependents on your income. Now this includes family members, beneficiary's name on any Form I-134 or I-134A that you have previously filed and who you are still supporting. Beneficiary's name on any Form I-864 and Form I-864EZ you executed, where you are listed as the sponsor and your support obligation has not ended. And beneficiaries for whom you have signed and submitted a Form I-864A agreeing to make your income and or assets available to sponsor to help support the intending immigrant, and your support obligation has not ended. That's why we answered none on number 13. Now for question number 14, how many other dependents do you support, including yourself? Do not include individuals in item number 13 and that beneficiary name in part 3. So we answered 1 on this one. Now moving on to question number 15. Provide the information requested in the table below about all of your dependents and any other individuals you financially support. Do not include yourself and the beneficiary name in part 3. So we put an A on these specific items. Now, if you are the same as us, you do not support any other, you put an A, do not leave this empty. But if you are supporting someone else's, now please provide their full name, date of birth, relationship to you, the alien number, and the receipt number. Now, moving on to question number 16, what is your current annual income? So this is again for the petitioner. So please provide your current annual income. Sana all. That's just a sample right there. So question number 17, provide information on the cash or assets available to you. Do not include any assets from the individual named in part 3. Now, attach evidence showing you have these assets. Now, another tip in answering this part, if you filed a federal tax return, enter the amount from the line listing your adjusting gross income on the International Revenue Service or the IRS Form 1040 U.S. Individual Income Tax Return. If you have not filed a federal tax return, take your total household income from all lawful sources for the previous 12-month period and enter that amount as your household's annual income. Now, if you have not filed a federal income tax return, but you have an IRS Form W-2 wage and tax statement that covers the previous 12-month period, take your total income, deduct federal, state, and local income taxes withheld, and enter that amount as your household's annual income. And you may not rely on income from illegal acts such as proceeds from illegal gambling or drug sales, even if you pay taxes on that income, to establish that you have both sufficient financial resources and access to those funds to support the beneficiary. Now, do not include any income that comes from an illegal activity or sources in item number 16 as well. Now, there is a drag down button here. You may just select whatever is applicable to you as the petitioner, and then you can put the amount in cash value in US dollar. It should be in US dollar, and then total it. You can just put right here in the very bottom. Now, let's move on to the next page. Page 4, still part 2, information about the individual agreeing to financially support the beneficiary. Now, intend to provide specific contribution to the beneficiary. Now, just a reminder, if you are filing this form on behalf of another individual who is the beneficiary, then you need to complete item number 18 and 19. If you are the beneficiary, proceed to part 4. So for you, the petitioner, U.S. citizen petitioner, my fiance, fill out number 18 and 19. Now, for question number 18, in addition to providing financial support, I intend to make specific contributions to cover the beneficiary's basic living needs. We click yes on this one. So for question number 19, describe the specific contributions you will provide to cover the beneficiary's basic living needs. This could include providing safe and appropriate housing, securing employment opportunities once authorized to work, enrolling in school, and enrolling in any benefits for which he or she is eligible. If you intend to furnish room and board, provide the address where the beneficiary will reside. And if you need additional space, use Part 8 additional information. This is just a sample, just very, very basic. You don't need to follow this one. We're just putting it out just for sample. This is not exactly what we put on the form itself. So please create your own. And then don't worry about if the space is not enough, go to Part 8 additional information, the very last page of this form. You can put in there the page number, the part number, and the question number, and you can provide more specific details of your answer to this question. Now, moving on to Part 3, information about the beneficiary. Now, this is for your beneficiary. If you are answering this form as the petitioner. So question number 1, beneficiary's current legal name. Do not provide a nickname. So please put the family name, the given name, and then the middle name if applicable. Now, question number 2, other names used. So I don't use any other name. You can just put NA here if it is not applicable. Again, do not leave anything blank. If it's not applicable, put NA. Now, moving on to question number 3, date of birth. The format again is month, day, year. Sex, if it's male or female, that's question number 4. And then number 5, alien registration number or A number, if any. Now, you can find the alien number on the NOWA 2 or the approved notice of your I-129F petition. It is indicated in the form. If there is no alien number, you can just put an A here. So question number 6, the place of birth. So please indicate the city, country, and province. Number 7, country of citizenship or nationality of your fiancé. So we put Philippines. So moving on to page 5, still part 3, information about the beneficiary continues. Now for question number 8, the marital status, just please provide what is applicable. So we put single here. Number 9, beneficiary's current mailing address. In care of name, we put my name here as the beneficiary, the street number, and then the apartment if you're living in an apartment, and then the number, and the city or town you can just put right there, the province as well, the postal code, the country, and you can just put an A on the state and the zip code if it is not applicable. Now moving on to number 10, are the beneficiary's mailing address and physical address the same? We answered yes. But if you answer no on this specific question, please provide the address in items number 11. So number 11, beneficiary's current physical address if not the same as the mailing address. So in my case, we put an A here as this is not applicable for me. Now for question number 12, beneficiary's anticipated length of stay. Beneficiary's anticipated period of stay in the United States, you can just put the date from to, or if there is a no end date. So you just enter the anticipated start date of the beneficiary's stay in the United States in item number 12, and then select the option that matches the anticipated end date of the beneficiary's stay. Now, if the beneficiary's stay has an end date, you must enter the anticipated end date in a month, day, year, format in the space provided for that option. If the beneficiary's anticipated stay does not have an end date, now select the no end date option, which what we did. Now, moving on to the next page, part 4, statement, contact information, certification, and signature of the beneficiary if filing form I-134 on your own behalf. So you, the petitioner, you just skip this part right here. But please make sure that you put NA on each and every boxes in here, because this is not applicable for you. So part 5, statement of the information right here. This is for you, the petitioner, who's filing this form for your beneficiary. So you can just put on question number 1, click the box A, I can read and understand English. And for contact information of individual agreeing to financially support the beneficiary, please put your daytime telephone number, mobile number, and then your email address, because that's very important. Next is the certification of individual agreeing to financially support the beneficiary. Now, please read this part and understand before you sign the form. Now, moving on to the next page, still part 5, for the signature, make sure that you sign this form. Don't put your printed name. You need to sign it with wet pen, and then you can send this to or mail this or email this to your fiancé. And don't forget to put the date as well. For part 6, interpreter's contact information, if it is not applicable, you can just put NA on this part. And then moving on to the next page, part 7, preparer's full name. If again this is not applicable, you can just put NA. Do not leave this blank. And for the last page, the part 8, additional information. If you have any, if there is a specific question there that needs more answer, you can just put the answer here. You just put the page number, the part number, and then the item number, and then you can indicate your additional answer on this specific question. Now, if you do not have any other information that you need to put here, still, you just put your name and then the date, and you put NA on the boxes. So that's it. That's how you fill out the form I-134. And anyway, before I forget, these are the documents that you need to attach together with the form I-134. Now, for the petitioner, you need to attach a bank statement from your employer or your business, a copy of your last federal income tax filed or the tax transcript. Now, if you did not file federal tax return, or if your federal tax return does not properly reflect your current income, submit copies of your consecutive pay statement or pay stubs for a minimum of the past month, recent Form W-2 or Form SSA 1099. And last but not the least, list containing the serial numbers and denominations of bonds and name of record owner or owners. So those are the supporting documents that you may attached together with the form I-134. I hope this helps you. If you need more information about this, you can always check USCIS website under forms. You can click I-134 and then click the form instructions for I-134. So good luck, everybody. I hope this helps you. I wish you good luck. I hope your beneficiary's interview at the embassy will be smooth and that they will get their visa very soon. So good luck, everybody. Don't forget to follow for more tips for especially DIY process, and see you again in my next video. Bye for now.